Hayden. Hayden.
Nah.
Ugh. What? We're starting the show.
Now?
Yes, now. Get over here.
Oh.
We're starting the show now.
But welcome to the show.
We already did that.
We did that?
Yes. We already did that too.
Please.
Michael Carter was the deadliest agent the United States possessed. His missions were so secretive, even the president didn't know he existed. During one of his missions, Michael met a girl who made him realize he was truly an angel of death. Michael decided to leave the company and start a new life. However, his employer still had plans for him.
What do you want?
Remember me, Michael?
Yeah.
Do you remember 6 months ago? August 15th, I believe.
You gave me no choice.
Yes, I did. You chose to leave. Do you have any idea how much that chip in your brain cost us? We don't allow our agents to leave until they've fulfilled their contract. And it seems to me that you found a distraction that made you forget about this.
Hello?
Put her on.
Hello?
Sarah?
Michael, please help me. I'm scared.
Don't worry, babe. I'll be there soon.
Oh, don't lie to her, Michael. You know what we have to do.
Don't.
Do it.
No!
You knew exactly what would happen to her if you violated your contract. Her death is on your hands. You knew there was a set of rules we abide by. When you deserted us, you sealed your fate as well as hers. I thought you said you deactivated the chip.
We did. There's no way this should be happening.
Well, it is, which means you didn't do your job. It's Nick. We have a code red. We need immediate extraction.
You're not going anywhere.
Easy, Michael. You don't know what you're doing.
You do not own me anymore! You are going to give me some answers. And then I'm going to avenge Sarah. Hey there, and welcome to the show, How We Did It, where we will take us... Are you okay?
Yeah, that floor hurts when you land on it.
Yeah, well, if you had...
Floor is meant for feet, not for...
If you had proper shoes, you wouldn't have fallen.
butts. Yeah.
So, well, we take a special effect idea, develop a story around it, go out and shoot it, and then come back in the studio and explain how we did it.
Makes sense so far.
Yeah, so this week, or not this week, this episode...
This episode, we came up with a lot of effects to do with...
lighting. So we're going to explain lights. And he's very easily distracted. So,
I am. Yes.
so let's talk about this light right here. This is a halogen light. And this is a very bright light. I believe it is a 500 watt light. And if you want to cast...
500.
500 watts.
What?
Watts.
What?
What?
What? Anyway, so 500 watt light bulb. It also comes in the shape of P or a 9. depending on how you look at it. It's got a little bulb down in there, and there's a protecting screen so that I cannot touch it. Because if I touch it, I don't know, what happens? It breaks?
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah, the oils from your fingers get on the bulb and they heat up and they cause the light bulb to shatter. Also, the screen is there so that if the light bulb does shatter, you don't have glass flying everywhere.
Also, a protective measure, yes.
Yep.
And this gets very, very hot when you plug it in because it has 500 watts?
Watts.
Watts.
Watts. Do I
You
still
heard it?
sound dumb?
Still sound dumb. Anywho, now you know. Nice.
And-
I like that. It's completely unplanned.
And these are barn doors, and they go on the 500 watts light.
What?
What? Like so. And they allow the light to be directed. So if you want like a very narrow beam of light, you can orient them like so, and that'll cast a very narrow beam of light on your actor.
Yeah, it goes from wide to focusing down, makes your light beam that much stronger because it's concentrated.
Or you can have it very wide and open like this. What I like to use it for is if I have it oriented and positioned so that it's casting on a wall, I can just close one of these barn doors and eliminate the fall off onto the wall.
Right.
So that's really, really nice.
Right. You can also, this has a bunch of I broke it now. It has a bunch of fold-out shapes as well. So if you wanted to, you could like shape the light in a I'm totally bored with this now. What's that?
Really?
You know me.
Well, this is a can light from Home Depot.
This is
And this is basically a very small version of this. This is a 70. This can.
it's a 70.
It depends on what bulb you
It's
have.
a 70.
72.
72.
Watt.
We've done that joke already.
Yeah. And these take incandescent light bulbs, which are just any bulb that you can put in your house lights.
House lights.
So they range from like 60 watts all the way up to, I believe, 150 watts. And the wattage,
Sorry, I can't get it.
the wattage basically signifies how bright it is.
Right. So 80 watts is kind of like dim. You would use it in your house for house things. Wait, 120 watts.
Yeah, most houses have about like between a 60 and a 75 watts. Right. And they go all the way up to, I think we have some 2K, which is 2,000 watts in this studio right here. And that's a really bright light.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's
You
a,
do not want to stare into that.
yeah, there's a,
Believe me, I tried. It's not fun.
his eyes are burnt out now.
Yeah.
That's why his eyes are black.
So we've also got our next light over here, which is our,
LED panel.
I was going to say LED panel. So that makes more sense. This is not toxic. This is LED as in
Light emitting diode.
little electric dials.
These are run off electricity
This
too.
runs off electricity too.
Yeah.
It can't be called a little electric dial. It has dials in the back.
Yeah. What I like about LEDs is that they stay cool, whereas with your halogen lights, they get incredibly hot and bake your actors. Whereas with an LED, they remain cool and keep your actors at a comfortable temperature. And these particular LED panels have a dimmer switch, so you can control the intensity, which is basically kind of like increasing the wattage.
Right.
So, and they also have a color temperature dial, so you can go from 3200, which is around tungsten.
Yep.
And then up to 5800, 5600 actually. That's a 6, not an 8.
Uh-huh.
Which is around daylight.
And if you're like me and hate numbers and don't understand what the hell he just said, it means you can change the light temperature from yellow to blue, depending upon your lighting situation. So that can counterbalance any blue light or provide your characters with an interesting backlight color or make your actors look like they went to the beach recently, or
It's a stylistic choice.
it's an aesthetic choice.
Yep. And this is another LED light. This is a work light I got from Home Depot. And it does not have a dimmer. I don't believe it is dimmable.
It has one power, and that's bright.
Yep, very bright. You probably peaked your audio. Anywho, this has one color temperature, one wattage, one brightness.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's not a laser.
Pew. Well, it kind of looks like one if you hold it like this and make that sound effect.
Mm-hmm. Pew, pew.
Pew. It's more of a deeper, like pew, 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 pew.
So it's not pew, pew. It's
No,
pew,
no, it's
pew.
more of a look, because it's got a heavier look to it. It's a two-handed thing. It's like a poof, 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 poof.
All right, now that you're done playing with the laser, we'll talk about this.
The magic blue box that makes things go up and down. Notice the knobbies. Oh, I might have.
No, you didn't break it.
I didn't break
It's just something. Anyway, yeah, I built this out of parts from, once again, Home Depot. And these are just two potentiometers. That's the electrical term for them. They're basically just switches that increase the amount of, that's getting too technical. They make the lights brighter and dimmer.
There you go. Explain it like I'm 5.
And
Make the light be better or lower?
dimmer. Brighter or dimmer.
Brighter, dimmer.
And I have 2 on here so that I can dim 2 lights individually. So that's really handy.
Yes. So all of these lights that we see here can be plugged into our dimmer. In fact, you could have 2 dimmers on our dimmer LED panel.
Yes. And that LED can't dim.
No,
As
can't?
I've tried.
No? Well, never
Okay.
mind. Ignore what I just said.
Yeah.
But
And-
so can we talk about for a second what these are best used for? Because I think we tried this in a scenario, and it really has a very specific use.
Yeah.
A high wattage lamp like this, what is this primarily used for on set?
I used it as a kind of a background light to light up the background in one of my opening shots for In the Dark,
Yeah.
which we'll throw up a clip here.
Look at it.
So as you can see from this clip, the light way in the back is this light right here.
Yeah,
it's
so
a really nice high power light, and it illuminates a very large area, well, large-ish.
Yeah, it throws a lot of light in a wide area. It's not really meant for a spotlight, although if you hold it up really close, I suppose it can be. It's meant to light up like a wall. What's the word I'm looking for?
A wall.
A wall. A what? I don't know. This halogen light is meant primarily for lighting up actors or subjects on your screen. This can be paired with a light umbrella to help soften its power over a wider area. Do we have an umbrella with us?
Yes, I believe we do. I'll be right back.
Okay. While he does that,
So this is an umbrella. Be smarter than the umbrella, Hayden.
don't open that inside. Oh no, you've cursed oath with bad luck.
You superstitious fool. All right, so the umbrella just attaches to the light like so.
You'll see this most often in cases where photographers are taking pictures of subjects against a background, such as maybe your senior photos, if you've gotten to that point yet. This is used for primarily distributing a lot of light over an even amount of area to kind of get rid of those shadows produced by your key light.
It diffuses it a lot so you don't have a really harsh light.
Right, right. Gets rid of the shadows of the face and helps bring some softer depth to a subject's facial regions. I ran out of sciencey words. We've got our satellite dish. We talked about that. What is this primarily used for?
That's a lot. I use that for lighting actors like this halogen light. It just doesn't do as good of a job because the lights are so dim.
Yeah,
So it's really nice to have a very high wattage light.
So I also see that you have this plugged into you have this attached to a clamp, so you can clamp it to like poles, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So this would probably be really good. How much does this cost you?
It's a very versatile light. The can light is about $10 at Home Depot, and then a pack of lights is anywhere from
$2-3 bucks?
Yeah, $2-3 bucks.
Yeah, yeah. And then the clamp has got to be like what?
Actually, the clamp comes with the can light.
Oh, well, sweet. You get a bonus deal. Yeah. So This is a really handy thing to do if you're on a budget.
Sorry, Hayden had to leave because he couldn't keep a straight face. And these can lights are part of a DIY light kit that I built before I got to use all this awesome equipment here at KBVR. So now Hayden could probably come back on. Have you learned to keep a straight face? Okay. So that's all the lighting equipment that we have and that we really use for this episode. So now we're going to throw it over to our editor, and he is going to show how we did the effects in this short. And
You shouldn't be here. What are you doing?
Do you guys have anything else to eat? I'm still hungry.
no, we really don't know. Why are you eating paper?
Why are you?
I found it in the bowl over by the couch.
Those are the questions for the. My God.
So, does that taste good?
Not really.
No?
Better than nothing, though.
Better. Does it taste better with print on it or without?
What is up, everybody? I am the editor-in-chief for How We Did It, and I'm going to show you how I did the effects in this episode short, Kidnapped. I was originally going to focus on the shockwave effect, but since that turned out less than spectacular than I would have hoped, I decided to do the eye HUD element and when Ben starts flashing. So like I always do, I do a rough edit so I don't have to edit more than I have to, and I will take my video and put it into an After Effects composition. This HUD element I found online and just broke up the rings into separate layers in Photoshop and made them spin in a new composition here in After Effects. And since the photo was originally white, I had to tint it and make it red like this. And as you can see, the layers still spin. Now, all I have to do is track the eye. I'll do this by clicking the clip and tracking in Mocha. There is a tracker built in After Effects, however that only tracks one point and it doesn't do very well with motion blur. However, there isn't any motion blur in this footage, but I decided to track in Mocha anyway. So once we're here in Mocha, I will select the area that we want to track, which is my eye. And I will track forward. Once the track has been completed, I will copy all the information, go back into After Effects, create a new null object, and paste all of that information onto that layer. And a null object is just a layer that can hold positioning information such as this, and it will not show up in the image of the final product like a solid layer would. Next, I will create a solid layer, call it mask, turn it off so I can see, then I will mask, gotta select the layer first. Now I will mask around Ben's eye. Then turn it back on, and as you can see, we got a white blotch in front of Ben's eye. And this layer is going to obscure the HUD element when it goes behind the eyelid. Now, I could just put the mask directly on the HUD layer, but it is easier to keep track of everything when I make them into separate layers like this. And once that is in place, the effect is done. It's very simple, and the flashing is very similar. The only difference is that there is no tracking. So if we go to that comp, it also helps that Ben is sitting very still. So all I do is mask around him so that these lines do not go out the silhouette of his body. And then I put an effect on that layer that makes him look a little more digital. And then I made a rectangular mask so that it's only this stripe. And then I animated the mask to move down across Ben's body so that it looks like the line is actually moving down his body, just like that. And the way I got it to flash, if we open up these comps, I just split up the line and made it where it just turns on and off. That's a very simple effect as well. So we got the flashing, and we got the iHUD element. I did not link that to the map, to the null, so. Oops. There we go. Now it's following it, and it looks pretty good. And I believe in the actual short, I put a black solid behind this HUD element, and it's essentially just the same thing. We create a black circle and mask it out and link it to the null object, and then it'll follow the eye, just like that. So, that's basically it. The effects were very easy once again in this episode. I just took a while to get them to look just right. And now I will throw it back over to Ben and Hayden in the studio. Thanks for watching. Hey there, welcome to Two Suits and a Friend, where it's really only like...
It's just me now. I'm the only one here who is even trying to dress up now.
one suit and three guys.
This is just, we're not,
It's not even a suit, it's a vest.
not even.
And you're wearing pants.
I'm wearing jeans too. we're not even trying anymore.
Who wears jeans?
Yeah, shorts are the way to go, man.
Yeah, totally. Shorts and a t-shirt.
It's like 60 degrees outside, you guys.
Exactly.
It's going to be 80 next week. 82. Like 80s from Monday to Thursday. And then Friday's like 77.
And if you're watching this in winter, good luck.
Yep. Anyway, since somebody ate the questions...
I was hungry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're going to do improv, so let's get started. Okay, so we have a new guest, James. He's the guy who's always behind the camera, so...
Tripod guy.
Yeah.
That's me.
Tripod
And
guy.
yes, I brought it.
Ooh, tripod. Sputnik.
Yeah.
Brought Sputnik. So what was the first question you ate?
What was the weather like?
Well, we filmed in studio, so we didn't really care about the weather, but it was really nice. I think there was a baseball game going on.
It was like clear skies. But that didn't matter because we were inside.
Yeah.
We had a controlled environment, which we could adjust our lighting accordingly.
Yep.
So in other words, the weather that we cared about was exactly how we wanted it, you know?
Yep.
We could set it.
Did the bit we filmed over the weekend go in with this?
Oh, out there? Yeah, it kind of did. Something happened with the audio, so I can't really... I have to change it up, so it's not going to be exactly like the script was. It's going to be changed up with, like, flashes with a voiceover. So...
That's unfortunate.
That's fairly common in movies, I think.
Yeah, they haven't seen the short yet, but you guys just did at the beginning of the show. So originally, that first part out underneath the covered areas was supposed to be like one long, like explanation that hey, he's getting off work, talking to his fiance, saying goodbye, and then he gets kidnapped, rather than whatever we put in right now, because I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, you haven't finished it yet?
Nope. And the show goes out, let's see, tomorrow. Not tomorrow, 2 days from now.
2 days from when we're speaking about this right now, at
Yeah.
this very moment in
Yeah.
time.
Sounds like you have a lot of work ahead of you.
I do. And Dom was supposed to be here, and he was supposed to get the voiceover for me, but that didn't work either. So hopefully I can get that tomorrow.
It's week 6 and things are just falling apart, man.
Yep.
Yep. First we have no questions and we have no actor. You guys forget to dress up. I'm wearing jeans. The whole thing's going to hell.
Well, hey, I wasn't even supposed to be on this segment, you know? I'm just
He's not supposed to be here.
I'm Dom's replacement.
Yep.
He actually ate Dom. Thought I was hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gross sounding.
Okay, next question. What was your favorite behind-the-scenes joke or gag?
I don't remember. That was 2 weeks ago.
Poop.
Poop.
Yeah.
Poop was good.
It was poop.
Yeah. We decided that every single time, instead of cursing, we would say poop.
Yeah.
So like mother effer would be mother pooper.
We're 5-year-olds, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the best we can come up with. Poop. Poop, you mother pooper. Poop.
Poop.
Poopin'. Poop.
I thought you suppressed the chip.
I did.
Suck at it.
Well, you. Poop. Oh, poop you. Poop you. Poop you, I apologize. Poop you.
Well, poop.
Yeah.
I actually kept using that for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, you did your line, and then you didn't remember what was supposed to go after. You're like,
Right.
and then you're like, poop.
Yeah. I just decided to end it with an exclamation, and I was.
Poop.
Also, I think my favorite running joke in this was a scene that is actually cut out from this was you in your shorts. What you don't see in the final clip, at least I don't think you put it in. No.
Well, you do see him in his shorts, but not the funny parts.
Oh, okay, so this guy is supposed to be my my bodyguard, my henchman, if you will, and I'm dressed up rather nicely, and he comes in with these bright neon shorts and a jacket that is clearly not fit for him. And while you can't see it in the footage, he's actually wearing a shirt that's just around backwards.
Like this one.
Well, now you ruined the illusion.
Now you need to fix your mic.
So he comes in with these bright neon shorts, and we actually had it in the script where I stopped and, the hell, what the poop are you doing? What the hell are you doing? And he's like, what'd you say?
Sorry, boss.
Sorry, I
Sorry, boss.
forgot to change.
I was busy this
Busy
morning.
morning.
Busy morning. Like a henchman has stuff to do. It's like just being a henchman is his 9 to 5.
Yeah, he had to do stuff.
You had to do stuff. And then you had to leave
He had a code 69.
Right. Then at some point you had to leave.
Those evil geniuses, they all spend all this money on all this gigantic equipment.
Yeah, help is the last thing we think about.
Yeah, they can't afford to pay good help.
Minimum wage job.
That and henchmen are notorious for dying or being beaten
Yep.
to
Pulp.
near death. Yeah, beaten to poop. Pull the next question.
Hey, there's nothing there.
Because
There's nothing in this bowl.
Poof, you have me.
Here, dunce cap.
So
Don't break it.
So, okay. So my question is, who showed the most emotion in this scene? Who was the most emotional?
That's a good question, but I'm apparently being bribed to vote for Hayden, so
And who does Tyler say?
How about James?
I wasn't even in that scene.
No, I vote James too. No, he has a good point.
He does have Sputnik with him,
All right,
which is also
Sputnik.
Baton.
right. No, I changed my vote to James.
All right.
James.
I guess I showed the most emotion. Or
Sputnik.
else.
Sputnik.
All right, just show us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen this before, this is the tiny tripod.
Showed it last
Smallest-
episode.
Smallest tripod I think I've ever seen. Oh, okay.
There.
This. So not only here, can I say this for a second? Not only is it a nightstick, this is a lot denser than I thought it was. Not only is it
It's all right. It does that. Nothing to worry about.
You know, for being the smallest person here, you're amazing at breaking things.
Come on, think like an engineer. My question is, how much did we keep to the script? A whole lot, except for that first part.
Yeah, wait. The first part. No, the first part we stuck to the script. I think it was more towards the end where we decided to veer away.
The
a little
first
bit.
scene that you weren't a part of, we were out here, and we kind of just decided for the henchmen not to talk at all, and they were going to be searching my car. It also started raining, so we just decided not to film out. We decided to film undercover, and just abandoned the car idea and then just do it this way. Which ended up shortening it a lot. And then the part that you were a part of,
Yeah.
we did keep to the script a lot for the first half of the second scene, quote unquote scene. And then we kind of ad-libbed because you pointed out that the way I had it written, my character sounded like he was becoming the villain or something like that.
Yeah. So I guess originally, as it was played out, we went from a drastic character change from a victim in a chair being threatened, his family being threatened, to an immediate like just character development change. You suddenly like released your inner demons and like, I'm going to destroy you and your family mercilessly. And then my character became like, oh, hold on there, Chief. I didn't mean. I'm so sorry. I was like, we skipped some levels here, I think. So.
And that's the kind of idea I wanted. I mean, your character, I didn't want to change that much, but
Yeah.
I wanted a character that would just change drastically. Like he was all like, he was really well liked, really easily liked. People get along with him very well.
And then suddenly just.
And then something triggers and bam, he's totally a different person. Kind of like, I guess, bipolar disorder, but it's like times 10. Like he's the nicest person and then snaps and then he's just ready to destroy anything that you care about.
Yeah, you just kind of went into Hulk mode. I think that's what that.
Well, it's like
means.
Hulk, but
If only that was the effect.
Like Hulk, but without. It's like Hulk, but without the "you wouldn't like me" warning beforehand.
It's just like blam.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's where that changed a little bit.
Yep.
But other than that, I think the script was pretty solid. I liked my evil line characters. I think I play a villain pretty well.
Mm-hmm. You didn't die in this.
This one. Technically, I didn't, which is the first time I have not died on screen in one of these productions that Ben has created. So thanks, Ben.
You broke your streak, man.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
In our last episode, you're going to die like 5 times though.
Oh, okay.
Make up for it.
Yeah. Plus 4.
What was it like trying to light that room?
Oh yeah, the lighting was really
It was
fun.
a lot
in that
of
room.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it took forever, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I'm kind of glad it took. We took the time to do it because it turned out pretty good.
yeah, we were dealing with some really neat color combinations that I really liked. I don't know about you guys, but we were dealing with some really warm colors and some really cool colors to create this like contrast of moods
Yeah.
type. Because we had blue light on you, or a faint blue light anyway.
Yeah, and that was all from the LED lights, except that orange light behind Hayden.
Yeah.
And that was one of the studio lights that we just plugged in here and splashed on the wall.
Yeah, it was. How many wets was it?
I don't know how many watts.
Maybe
Like a 500 to 1,000
that 1,000 wets.
watts.
Watts.
What's?
What's
So anyway, that was definitely some of the more or most dramatic lighting I've ever worked on, at least in a short film like this.
Yeah, I really liked the play on the lighting we did, especially for the lower angle shots and the higher angle shots. It really provided contrast and depth to the characters' faces.
Yeah. And this is actually the first time that I was able to light up the background behind the actor and actually provide that separation between. Otherwise, it would just have been the actor and then black.
Right, right.
And that's kind of what I had for In the Dark. And I was like, I wasn't getting that depth that I wanted because the DSLRs that we have don't do well in low light situations.
No, they get in order to get the light they need, you need to bump up the ISO to get that light, and that just makes it the sensor sensitive. We went over that last episode. I remembered.
First episode.
Fine. So, and then it also creates a lot of light noise with that extra
Sensitivity.
There you go. That one.
that word?
That
Words.
word. The coloring of the wall was really cool. Provided a lot of emotional depth to the scene. That was somebody help me out with the technical terms here. You're in the class that we're in. Like, tell me what I'm.
You're also in the class that
Yeah,
we're
but
in.
I don't pay attention in class. Anyway, so it kind of reminded me.
He sleeps during class.
I do sleep during class. I mean, let's face
Well,
it.
you're the
he's
most
still
vocal
passing.
one there.
I
You're like constantly challenging the instructor about what he knows.
It's all sleep talking. What I liked the most about the red background scene, it reminded me of a scene from Star Wars. Maybe our editor will show a clip from that. The scene from Episode 5 when Darth Vader comes out of the Bespin range right before Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader have a fight. You've got that really orange backdrop that has a lot of symbolism. Symbolism. That's the word I was going for. It has emotional. It has emotional symbolism.
Ism.
It's, yeah.
Editor, show some symbols.
Symbols. You get it? Because it's...
I like that first scene we did, since I was only there for a little bit. The first scene where it was the red on the back and your faces in shadow. So
Yeah.
kind of like
I really like
what's
that.
it called?
Yeah.
Chiaroscuro.
Silhouette.
I have no idea.
Chiaroscuro, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And we couldn't get the effect with the lights that we had because when Hayden was like all the way back, you could still see a little bit of detail.
Yeah.
So what we actually did was turn the light off when he was back, and then as he went forward, we turned the light on.
Yeah, yeah. We originally had it be a dolly shot, but that turned out to be like,
Impossible.
yeah,
Yeah,
impossible.
the dolly that we have, which we actually never showed, we should show that next episode. It doesn't work with short range shots, I've noticed.
Yeah.
We need a slider for that.
Yeah. Oh, another thing we used in this short that we never used before was an external monitor to
Yeah.
keep track of our shots.
Very useful.
We actually, we cheated a bit. We actually borrowed a giant LCD
Like
monitor.
30 some
36 inch.
36-inch
Yeah.
LED monitor.
LED monitor to monitor to like review our shots instead of going to the DSLR, looking at the tiny screen and saying, "Oh, I guess that looks in focus." We blew it up onto this giant screen so we can say, "Oh, it's definitely out of focus." Boy, howdy, I could see all the pores in my face. And then we
That's
played.
out of focus?
Yeah.
Your eyes aren't scary, I'm sorry.
No, he looked like he's constipated.
We love Hayden's facial expressions. They're just so funny.
I have to poop. I cannot move because we are filming right now.
Oh, poop.
Please hurry up. I have to poop. Oh, I really like that. Where I like jump out at you and you just like start busting up laughing and then you just immediately turn into like serious
Yeah.
mode.
No.
Like, ha ha ha, look.
Yeah. What a great question. Yeah.
A gate wastification.
Get wastification. Yep. Shut up, you. What's your next question?
I don't know.
Is
Okay.
Hayden single? Yes.
That's what he wants you to think.
Can you get a girlfriend?
No. Here we go again.
Okay, Ben, let's hear your Irish voice.
I don't really know what you're trying to talk about. I mean, what's with the deal with you trying just to stare at him? It's really not that scary. See, that's more Irish than, and if you want to talk like a freaking leprechaun, you kind of have to put a little more effort, not really effort, more emphasis in your accent. You know what I mean?
What are we doing? I don't.
He asked me to talk in an Irish accent, so I'm doing it.
He does that all the time on set, so I
Just randomly out of the blue, I just start talking in an Irish accent. And then what I want you to do is start talking in Russian accent.
Russian accent. Not like Irish accent.
And then I want Hayden to start talking in a more British accent. Can you do that for me?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't have the confidence to do.
You have the confidence to slam into the wall and eat shit, but you can't
Yeah.
talk in a British accent.
well, that's
Well,
physical
falling on the
comedy.
floor, falling on the floor is slapstick comedy.
Falling on the
That
floor?
I'm really good at.
Rolling on the
I'm stupendously good at that kind of.
He's not even wearing real shoes. You know?
Almost broke the bowl.
Come on, Hayden, show the camera your shoes.
Yeah, so my shoes are covered in felt on the bottom. So when I did my entrance, that was not intentional. That
Not entirely.
It kind of hurt. In fact, I just meaning to slip a little bit, and then I fell.
Knocked the set back.
I hit the set. Yeah.
Was there anything else good about?
How do the effect, the flying effect. Here was what's interesting. We catch footage of this behind the scenes when we did the flying effect, or when we did like the photos, the sequence of photos. Did we catch that behind the scenes?
I don't know, but I think we can just put up the sequence of photos right here,
Yeah,
Mr.
so this,
Editor.
yeah, so this was really neat. This sequence of photos when I had to position myself on this chair, like falling backwards. We had been working on core exercises the entire morning. By the way, what was
doing
it that
yoga.
what was it that we were doing the entire
Lean
morning?
forward,
Oh, right.
and then
So
back.
it was the lean forward and lean back from the top of the clip where I introduced myself. Do you remember me? So we kept having to do that over and over again. So I think I did like 50 crunches in that time period. It was just back and forth, and then he had me sit on the stool and like hold myself like this for the longest time, and it was a lot of core workout that day.
I think you peaked the mics.
Yeah, you
Probably.
heard that too.
Yeah, it was loud.
That was really loud.
And did that shot even end up in the final movie at all?
Nope.
That was going to be the shot where you died,
I
too.
hate you. I want you dead.
You
Well,
would've
I
died, though.
transitioned it from my explosion to where he hits the wall fairly well. It's just the part where he's actually flying back. I didn't do enough research, so I didn't get everything that I needed.
Huh.
So you seem to like doing like superhero type movies with the flying and the blowing people backwards and all that.
The Jedi. Lightsabers.
It's just the effects that I know how to do.
Yeah,
Those
are you a
those
Jedi?
effects.
You know, it's all self-taught stuff. Like if I want to learn an effect, I'll research it, try to find tutorials, and then kind of find my own way to do it.
Where are some good places to find some tutorials?
Video Copilot, Film Riot,
Google.
really, well, yeah.
Well, yeah, Google to find these places. Thanks, James.
But videocopilot.net and then Film Riot is a show on YouTube. And they go into Video Copilot actually goes into a lot of depth on how to do really interesting visual effects or motion graphics. And then Film Riot is just kind of an overall filmmaking tutorial show. And then Corridor Digital and Rocket Jump, they make shorts and then they kind of do it behind the scenes, but they don't really explain how they did their effects or anything.
No.
Not very in-depth.
Not very as in-depth as film.
What about Creative Cow? Was Creative Cow a good one? I've heard about that.
Yes. I haven't really used it because you have to pay for the full videos,
Oh.
whereas Video Copilot and all the other ones I've named are free. So.
Yay, collective intelligence for free.
And on that note, we are going to end the show. Thanks for watching, and next episode, hopefully we'll have a music video. No effects, but I just wanted to do a music video, something different, shake things up a little bit. And then something for the 5th episode, possibly killing Hayden 5 times.
Fifth
Why?
episode.
Why?
Because
Five
I want to see you die.
You know, see his head explode.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And that's an
put him in
effect-
a-
No,
in
no,
a
no,
vice.
no, no, no.
Yeah, that's
no.
an effect that Film Riot did. Is an exploding head.
What? No dolphins?
You got the.
I don't get dolphins.
You can do dolphins. He's not doing dolphins.
Well, it's not the same if there's not a second person. So
I'll do dolphins.
Dolphins.
Woo! Yeah, dolphin! Woo!
You left, man.
You know what? Screw it. I don't want dolphins anymore.
All right. See you guys later.